Hey there everyone, Mazrock here, and today I want to kind of start a new series or whatever where I talk about the game a little bit more critically than I normally do. And I say normally because I'm not very critical of the game. In fact, I could probably be seen as one of the people that defends the game a little bit more than most and tries to see the balance between what Blizz is doing and what the people want. But sometimes it's good to talk about the game critically. I'm not going to talk about it negatively, just a little bit more critically. So let's talk about state of the game. This is going to be the Mythic Raid Hall of Fame. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. It goes such a huge way. I cannot do it with supporters like you. Absolutely thank you, everybody, for all the support you guys have given me so far. I'm flabbergasted every day by the kind words, the kind people, everything that has kind of come around in my life through this. Just thank you. There is a Twitch stream down below, as well as a community Discord link down below if you'd like to continue this conversation in the Discord or ask questions or anything at all about the channel, me. It's a great place to do it. My guild Bloodstorm is also recruiting. If you're looking for a new home, the Vash Frostwolf server cluster, there's like 9 or 10 of them. Check the guild link down below if you're a part of it, or if you'd like to transfer, anything like that. If you're looking for a new home, I'm looking to build up a nice, fun, positive community people in guild, like I have in the Discord that is continuously growing. So, as we're getting started, I've got coffee. Let's talk the Mythic Raid Hall of Fame. So what the Mythic Raid Hall of Fame is, there's two sides. There's the Horde and there's the Alliance. And it is 100 spots on each side that has to get filled up. Now, if you do not raid Mythic, one of the criterias for being able to raid Mythic cross-realm, which means if you're not part of a specific server cluster or you're not part of the same server, you cannot raid Mythic at all. Like, you have to be part of the same server cluster or the same server as the guild or whoever, the pug group or whatever you're running with, to be able to do so. So, let's talk Raid Hall of Fame. Which one? I do not remember which one was. Alright, so let's just do this. This is the Horde Raid Hall of Fame. It was filled up yesterday. 100. You have boom, 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 boom. It goes on down to 100. One thing I'm noticing, which is a nice trend, is China has a lot more guilds that are clearing this as well, and a lot of top guilds. Look at this in the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's huge. Good for them, man. Like, really good for them. I'm happy for them, although I think Aster has now actually disbanded. There's some controversy there. I don't want to talk about it because it's a little bit weird or different. So that is the Mythic Raid Hall of Fame for Horde. Let's take a look at Alliance. 9 guilds have managed to down Jailer on Mythic in on the Alliance Hall of Fame side of things. I do not raid Mythic. We're just starting to get into it now. I'm not going to claim I'm a Mythic Raider. I've never claimed I'm a Mythic Raider. I just enjoy going in there and challenging myself a little bit and things like that. But why is this a problem for people like me? People like you, that don't Mythic raid, that don't spend 4, 5, 6 nights a week raiding Mythic and kind of basing a lot of their lives around that until it's done. But why is this a problem? Number one, I've promised my services, to my tanking services, to a guild on Area 52. My Paladin is there. I thought my Paladin would be the premier choice for kind of all the content that I need to do with that guild. We started into Mythic. I'm not liking Paladin in Mythic. I find it's being very, very squishy. I have 6 tanks. One of them on Area 52, 5 others on another server cluster because I don't have all of the money in the world to transfer whatever tank I want over or this or that. So I would like to play Monk or Blood DK in the raid because that's where I feel I could serve best, and I'm okay swapping tunes and things like that. But I can't do that because this isn't full yet. Because cross-realm raiding only opens up when both Hall of Fames are shut, which means 100 guilds on each side need to finish, or 100 groups, I guess, need to finish, probably guilds, need to finish the Mythic raid. what I don't understand, and the question to be brought up here, and this is nothing against the Alliance or anything like that. We all know for a long time that Horde has had the biggest rating population. Its Alliance, the imbalance is pretty crazy, and this is also something that they have addressed, and they are going to address in 9.2.5 with cross faction rating. But how does that fix cross realm rating with the Hall of Fame? Because 9.2.5, I have to imagine, isn't too far away. It cannot be too far away. And there still needs to be 91 guilds on the Alliance side that down this so the cross-realm rating can open up. There's an actual possibility here that we get cross-faction rating before we even get cross-realm rating for Mythic, which is pretty crazy. Like, that's... There's something wrong there, you know what I mean? And what I don't understand, and why I'm talking critically about this, is why you're actively stopping people from wanting to play the game because they can't play the game due to these Hall of Fame restrictions. I like the Hall of Fame. I think it's nice. Look at this. Echo, Method, Skyline. You get to go through and you get to see who's downing it. And that's nice. I like this. This is nice. But tying player activity to this is pretty crazy. I can understand why you would start with this, but I think what's happening now is it's obviously too limiting for a lot of reasons. Because now I don't want to go into raid on one tank, but I don't want to go in. I don't want to raid on that tank. It's not fun for me. I want to raid on this tank, but I can't because the guild that I'm raiding with is on a different server. Choices like that, things like that actively make you not want to play certain content in the game is not good. That needs to change. What we could do, and let's find solutions for it, we could make the Hall of Fame a little bit less. We could promote just the first 100 guilds in total. Alliance and Horde, battle it out, who cares? You're going to just squeeze them all into the first 100 guilds, then you open up cross-realm rating. That's something you could do. You could make you could make it a lot less, but this disparity here, this is... that's on another level. I knew the Horde side was definitely stronger in the rating world, but to see this is just pretty crazy. This one took me back yesterday. It's actually nuts. But that also means that a lot of people aren't raiding, because before the old way, the old way that you got gear pre-Legion was going into raid. That's how you got all your top-end gear. That's how you got everything. Now, you can get by through Mythic Plus. And I'm kind of in the mindset myself where I prefer Mythic Plus. It's my premier source of content that I like to... that I devour. I don't pay a WoW sub to raid. I pay a WoW sub to play Mythic Plus. And raid provides Mythic Plus gear for me. That is a shift in tonality and gearing and playstyle that has been arising since Legion and since Mythic Plus has, come around and been a thing. And more people are subscribing to this sort of mentality where it's not I play Mythic Plus to get raid gear, is I play raid to get Mythic Plus gear. And I think that needs to be spoken about a little bit more, because now I'm feeling limited by what I can do from cross-realm rating, because I can't. I can't join my friends in a different realm and raid with them because of this. Kind of feels bad. Kind of feels dumb. There are ways around this. Like I said, you could limit it to the first 100. You can make the Hall of Fame 200. You could literally just open it up and still do this, 100 each side. But cross-realm rating opens up on the first 100 being done. Any combination of 100, whether it's 190 Alliance and 10 Horde, or 90 Horde and 10 Alliance, it doesn't matter. You could open it up that way. I think after 100 guilds down the hardest difficulty of the raid, which has arguably been getting harder, but that's a topic for another day, because obviously we're almost 2 months in and literally 109 guilds have down. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but the Hall of Fame closed today at midnight. Last night at midnight, as of recording this. So that is something to stop and think about. But there's got to be some sort of solution going forward to make this more fun. Oh, hey, look at that. I can do this. To make this more fun for everyone. To make this more fun for us. And to open up the game to the player base. Which what is obviously needs to happen here. Because I understand limiting certain guilds and stuff like that. I understand limiting the player base to server clusters. To try and promote competitiveness within. To get more people within. And to boost instead of just taking the top 20 people in the world, no matter where they are, and just kind of rushing forward. To have that planning, to have all that, I understand. But what's happening now is this is lasting too long, and it's starting to affect like, it's not just me. Like, I gotta say, it's not just me. I am feeling this way, yes. But, if I'm not mistaken, on Limit Max, on one of his streams, Maximum from Liquid, he did state something like this, where cross-realm raiding needs to open up, and needs to open up much faster, because it feels bad that you can't raid with your friends just because you picked a different server than them. And this is where we're kind of at now, where that limiting factor is starting to feel worse by the extension of the Hall of Fame. So I think if we start changing cross-realm raiding based upon the Hall of Fame to start, we can start putting fixes into this problem to help make the player base get out there and get active. Because you want, as a game developer, you probably want people raiding more. You probably want people in Mythic Plus more. You want people playing the game more, obviously. But if you're limiting people from playing the game, people don't want to play the game that they're limited to. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, I can't do this. And then after a while, you're like, fuck it, I just won't do this. Why would I want to try? I don't want to do all of these extra steps. I don't want to pay extra money to transfer server to a guild, to Mythic Raid, that I know nobody in, and just because I want a Mythic Raid. No, people get into content because they play it with their friends. They play it with people that are close by. I got into Mythic Plus because the friends that I was playing with were into Mythic Plus. That's how I got into it. And then now, a lot of them have left the game. I haven't. And now I'm getting more people into Mythic Plus from just being around. Hey, man, let's do a key. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really big into keys. Well, have you done any? No, they kind of scare me. Well, all right, let's go. We'll just have fun. Just go in, blast, don't worry about it. I'll tank it, we'll have a blast. And then they come out of that 15 going like, I died a lot, but I want to get better, and this is fun. That's how people get into more difficult content. By doing it with their friends. Not always by, I want to be the best. There are some people that want to be the best. Echo, Method, Skyline, SK, Liquid, all of these people. These guys are driven by being the best. Absolutely. But guess what? This is a minority in the pool of WoW players. There are some people that just want to play the game. Something to think about. I hope you guys are enjoying 9.2 as much as I am. I hope you guys are as excited for 9.2.5 as much as I am. What do you guys think could change? What do you guys think could happen here? Am I right? Am I wrong? This is definitely a conversation piece. Let's have this conversation. Let's be positive and let's have fun with it. This isn't a bashing. This isn't a negative, like, let's just crush it. But, you know, let's be constructive. Let's be positive. What can we take from this, learn from this to make the game better for everyone? Have yourselves a good day. Thank you very much for listening.